With the 5th anniversary of Duel Links underway, our wallets may be on their way to the graveyard, kicking it with Mohalu, reminiscing about the old days when they were both viable. Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning of our financial decline. One Book of Moon-esque teasing little poster boy wasn't enough. We get 3 for the price of 1 this time. We got the hole that your wallet fell down, the girl who laughed at you when it happened, and Mr. Big Burly Armor. At this point, Dark Arm Dragon really is living up to his dad title, split to get cigarettes and never came back, then stepdad Levianeer moved in, and now his oldest son Luster is the guy you wish you were and has the girl you wish you had. Could they have put Apprentice Illusion Magician in the structure deck? Yeah. Were they going to? Absolutely not. And don't get me wrong, I like BLS Envoy at the beginning, but just look at the timeline here. Chaos Dragon Levianeer comes out in a selection box, propels Thunder Dragons to ridiculous levels of power, then it gets a main box release. Thunders get nerfed, and despite the nerf, Levy gets his second reprint in Selection Box Volume 1 Super Mini, or as I like to call it, hi, we're Konami and we are not hiding our extreme greed at this point because we gotta have this alternate artwork Chaos Dragon, so we made you get it by releasing what was the best pendulum monster at the time alongside it. It's like a real Picasso original. You're just an art admirer if you get it, and you can't just turn it down. But guess what, Sidemen? I hope you invested into any of these because Thunder Dragons are back with Draw Sense Melody here to... Oh! We nerfed them again. And this time we directly limited Chaos Dragon. Sorry for the inconvenience. We know you traded both of your kidneys for 3 copies of your new stepdad, but he's nerfed. He's gone. He's limited. Oh, but don't worry, Thunder Dragon players. Even though we nerfed you again, we got some new kicks for you. But we're gonna need some more kidneys. Fuck, we're idiots. Why didn't we ban Tretch? You said it was spellbooks. You said it was fine at 2. I said ban it. You said... No, he said... Alright, fuck it. Let's just power creep it. Let's start with Bottomless Trap Hole. Okay, good thinking, good thinking. What, mini box super rare as well? Oh no, fuck that. Selection box ultra rare. Get out of here. Someone has to pay for the maid for my yacht. Okay, that's enough of my banter. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. So, the 5th anniversary, I'm gonna go over the lighter things first, and debatably lighter. So on my Discord stream last night, I kind of already tore into some of this stuff, so I'm not gonna have it all booted up, ready to show you guys. However, most of you guys, actually, I'm willing to say all of you guys know what's up, and this is what's up. So a copy of Monster Reborn, I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't think this card is gonna be okay. Just brainstorming off the top of my head about just little random situations, like, you know, you just think about a meta deck, like Melodious, for example. Bloom Diva can win the game by itself already, and then, like, this card exists and gives it a second chance on the field if your opponent happens to get over it. Same thing goes with Cyber / Harpy Lady. I don't know, man. Like, I can't think of a deck that isn't going to want to run this card outside of Blue Eyes, just because Melody and also Azure Eyes are limited to 1, but fuck, even then, Blue Eyes might part ways with 2 very important cards in their deck to run a copy of Monster Reborn. But funny enough, this card existing just kind of lowered Blue Eyes' power level in general, despite getting new support, which... you know, and I don't really understand the point of limiting it to 1 if you released it at 1 copy anyway. It was like just so it can't be run alongside Blue Eyes. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me when you look at what else is limited to 1. I don't know. I don't know. If you ask me, Monster Reborn is too strong. Now, the summoning animation, it slaps. This artwork, this whole Prisma thing going on, it slaps. But it almost feels like this is like Konami about to jump ship from Duel Links. Like, you know, throw in Monster Reborn and bail, just like catch it on fire and then leave. And then they just never balance the game again. And yeah, what you're looking at right here was my attempt. Just because I made the recent Buy the Box episode, I was trying to make a water dragon deck. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't know. I think Monster Reborn's too strong. If anyone else feels differently, like, you know, I can't even... Like, I can think of certain examples off the top of my head, but mostly it's just, like, taking your opponent's boss monster, or your board gets broken and then you just bring your boss monster back. I don't know. There's just so many things. Like, the recursion is just way too good. I don't know. I don't know. I think we're going to be talking about banning it sooner rather than later. And then with that being said, I mean, throw it in every deck, seriously. And then we also got the skill Destiny Draw Monster Reborn. So it's a Destiny draw, but it's at 2,500, and then it'll be the Monster Reborn that's in your deck. And then it has this thing where if your opponent controls a monster with 3,000 attack or more, then you can use the skill regardless of life points. So there's 2 different ways to proc it, which, again, it's just like, was it not good enough? Like, I don't think that people are going to prioritize this skill over a lot of other things. But this is going to be one of those skills like Life Point Boost Alpha or the Tie That Binds. Like when you don't have a skill for the deck, then it's like, okay, we'll throw in Monster Reborn and throw in Destiny Draw Monster Reborn if there is no skill that is applicable to your deck. And then the rest of the shit, you know, this is all cool for everyone. 1,000 gems per skill ticket, of course. We got new sleeves. I like these ones actually quite a bit. Probably my favorite anniversary sleeves so far. Those are quite nice. And then we are also getting the dream tickets and then the super rare dream tickets. And then prismatic, ultra rare, super rare, just, you know, all the standard stuff. And then with that being said, we also have the gift campaign going on right now where basically you gain a bunch of gifts. Some of them are pretty nice. It's mostly the super rare and the ultra rare tickets, but you can also get things like skill chips. So as this timer goes down, once it's out, then you will get whatever the reward is. And then you can lower this time by doing things like playing in ranked duels, and basically it'll take it down by 20 minutes. And then you can double or nothing certain things like I did with this super rare ticket. And just some of the other updates for the players that did not know, the 50%, the half off gem sale is here. I mentioned this in my gem guide. So Valhalla Calling and back, all of the boxes are 25 gems a pack. So now's the time to spend gems. This is a great time for it. And then we got a structure deck, Sword of Paladin. So this one, after looking over it, it's okay. It's probably the most lukewarm I've ever felt about a recent structure deck, because a lot of it's trash. Like a lot of it is vanilla monsters, which it's like, why waste my time? But then they're baiting you with some new releases. So for starters, there's Strength and Unity. Has the effect if you ritual or fusion summoning using Blue Eyes or Dark Magician, you can target a card in your opponent's graveyard and banish it. And then you can send this card from the field to the graveyard to target a level 7 or higher normal monster in your graveyard, and you add it to your hand or you shuffle it into the deck. So basically, it's recursion for essentially angled towards Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, but realistically you could use this card with, you know, any level 7 or higher normal monster. You know, maybe has potential to pair it with something like Advanced Ritual Art. I don't really know. I don't think it's going to see play in Blue Eyes or Dark Magician, but I could be wrong about that. It's just like, the thing is recursion, like back to the hand. I mean, Blue Eyes already does that phenomenally anyway, so a card like this just isn't going to be necessary. And then there's Destined Rivals, which is kind of the same sort of gimmick. I think this card's better. So if you control Blue Eyes, White Dragon, or Dark Magician, you negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls, and it lasts till the end phase. Now, so the thing is when you activate this card, it's the monsters they control already. So you couldn't just use it during the standby phase or early on in the turn, and then every monster they summon that turn, their effects are going to be negated. It's not how it works. So it's just whatever they control when you activate it. So I think this card will be better in Blue Eyes for sure, because it's like if they send Whitestone of Ancients to the graveyard and then set this card in pass, and then they get Blue Eyes on the field at the end, and then this card is live. However, if there are no targets for it, then it's just going to get eaten up by an MST. So yeah, it's another card that I don't think so. I mean, Blue Eyes might try to run it, but can they prioritize it over Karmika or Ultimate Providence? I don't think so. And we all know Magician's Navigation is a really good card, and it will pair very well with Apprentice Illusion Magician, even though she's in the fucking selection box. But, you know, it gets a reprint here, so whatever. Dark Paladin gets a reprint, and he gets the alternative artwork. And then Ebon High Magician, if you ask me, he's the best card in the deck. 2 level 7 spellcaster type monsters. If he has Exceed materials, you can activate a quick play spell or a trap card from your hand during your opponent's turn by detaching an Exceed material. And then if he's destroyed by battle or sent to the graveyard, or destroyed by an opponent's card effect and sent to the graveyard, then you can special summon a dark spellcaster type monster from your hand or deck and then destroy a card on the field, which is an amazing floating effect. And then that first effect, oh my goodness, you can activate Navigation from your hand. Now, of course, because he does require 2 level 7s, it is a bit of setup, so it's not always going to be that easy, but man, those are 2 really good effects. And it's not just Dark Magician from the deck, it's any dark spellcaster type monster. I think this card has a ton of potential. It's debatably one of the best rank 7s we've gotten so far, and who knows, I mean, he could single-handedly make Dark Magician see play again. So interesting. And then also quickly to note, Defusion did get a reprint, and even though Melodious has fallen off in power level, very good card against them. So yeah, I didn't really talk about the selection box outside of, you know, a meme, but I'm not happy about it, man. I just, so we know they do the whole bait card thing like every time, right? And it's Bottomless Trap Hole this time. And Bottomless Trap Hole is extremely strong. Like, it's gonna be so good. Like, there's no question in my mind. Because, like, Breakthrough Skill, it was like, yeah, it's good, but is it gonna see a ton of play? I don't really know. But, like, Bottomless Trap Hole, it's like, yeah, it's really good, and it's gonna see a ton of play. And it's gonna power creep a lot of trap cards in the game, and it is the new staple. And once again, it's locked behind a selection box, which, like, whatever, we expect of them. But for them to do that, and then to also put fucking Envoy at the beginning, and then Apprentice Illusion Magician, when you had the opportunity to put this in the fucking structure deck. And then, like, when you look at everything else, it's like, I just don't understand. Like, Rescue Rabbit has never really seen a whole lot of play inside of Duel Links. Neither has Coach Soldier Wolfbark. Now, like, granted, they're not terrible cards, and they've seen play in their own right. And then it's like, with some of these other cards, like Dark Magical Circle, I feel it could have been in the structure deck as well. And then, like, Jelly Cannon, no one ever even fucking ran Jelly Cannons. I don't know, Illusion Magician could have been in the structure deck. You could have waited on BLS, honestly. Like, Dark Arm Dragon, like, seriously, what the fuck? And yeah, and Bottomless, it's another one of those, well, fuck, guess I gotta try and get 3 copies of that. It's getting old, man. And then Monster Reborn, like, you know, that's cool. At least they gave it to everyone, and I think that's their plan. Like, well, if everyone has one, then it won't be broken, but I don't know, we'll see. But I feel like duels a lot of the time are gonna come down to who draws their Monster Reborn first. I could be wrong, but we'll have to see. So overall, enjoy the 1,000 gems, enjoy the dream tickets, enjoy the skill tickets, maybe enjoy that structure deck if you needed navigation, or if you want to do Dark Magician with Ebon High Illusion Chad, I'm cool with it. And yeah, so just enjoy the campaign, enjoy the gift rewards here. You know, I feel like the meta is about to change very significantly come next ban list and like next main box, and man, it's weird times, but I gotta say, I feel bad how underwhelmed I am by this. It's just all this stuff is cool, but it's really just the selection box that just discourages the hell out of me. And Monster Reborn, I just don't know, man. I just don't. All right, so that's gonna do it for this video. I should be getting something else up tomorrow as well. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, and I will see you guys in the next video.